Welcome all. In continuation to my previous presentation on Agnikarm, in the coming slides, we will learn the proper technique of performing the Agnikarm, as it is a skill to be mastered by practice and patience. As we all know from the earlier discussion that Dahan Upkaran can be of plant, animal or metallic origin. This is the list of Dahan Upkaran from plant sources, that is pipli, tel, gud, sargeras, yashtimadhu and haridra. Next variety is of animal origin, which is Ajashakrit, Godant and Madhuchish. Last category is of metallic material for Agnikarm. It could be a shar or arrow or a shalaka, that is iron, copper or a gold shalaka, or most widely used Panchadhatu shalaka. Panch means 5 and Dhatu means metal. So it is basically a metallic shalaka made up of 5 metals in the following proportion: copper 40%, iron 30%, yashad or zinc 10%, silver 10% and tin or vang 10% respectively. Agnikarm sites. Agnikarm according to the Shastra can be of sthanik or sthanantariya varieties. Sthanik type is in which the Agnikarm or burn mark can be applied directly over the local or diseased area, such as in case of kadar or gone, arsh or hemorrhoids, charmkeel or warts, etc. And in sthanantariya variety, we have to make Agnikarm distal to the site of disease. As indicated in Plihodar, we have to perform Agnikarm at wrist, umbilicus and left thumb. And in case of Gridhrasi or sciatica, we have to perform it over the lumbosacral region and at ankle, that is away from the diseased site. The material we require for doing the Agnikarm is heat source, any type of Dahan Upkaran or Shalaka, Trifla Quat, Panchvalkal Quat, etc. for cleansing the part, Khrit Kumari pulp for intermittent use while performing the procedure, Yashti Madhu Churn for dressing, and neat and clean bandaging material. This is the pic from the Agnikarm unit of CB packs. In this slide, you are able to appreciate the heat source in the form of a Petromax, different types of Agnikarm Shalaka, and the material needed for Agnikarm, that is Haridra Churn, Madhyashti Churn, Khrit Kumari pulp, etc. Now the Purvakarm or pre-procedure of Agnikarm. First of all, we have to explain the whole procedure to the patient to overcome his or her apprehension and fear regarding the therapy. We should take informed consent before Agnikarma. Call the patient on his or her scheduled visit. First of all, keep source of heat ready and make sure that patient should not be empty stomach. Then we have to sterilize the affected area by cleaning it with the Tripla cloth, Panchvalkal cloth, etc. and also draping the unnecessary exposed part to avoid the cross infection. Care must be taken that we should not apply spirit over the affected part as we are going to use the heat source and it may lead to fatal consequences. Pradhan Karma for the Agni Karma is first we have to mark the site with the help of permanent marker or anything else. Create a Samyak Dagd with the help of red hot shalaka in any of the prescribed forms such as Valay, Bindu, Vilekha, etc. We have to make sure that burn marks should be equidistant, that is, neither too close nor too far to each other. Intermittently, we have to apply Ghrit Kumari pulse to overcome the burning sensation, which is a common part while doing the Agni Karma. Post-therapy procedure or Paschat Karma. After doing the Agni Karma therapy, we have to apply some cooling as well as healing agents in the form of Madhu and Ghrit, Yashti Madhu Churn, Chatyadi oil, coconut oil, etc. over the affected part. After dressing, Shithil Bandh should be applied for next 24 hours. Samyak Dagd. Aim of Agni Karma therapy is to obtain Samyak Dagd, which means burn mark which must be Tal Fal Sadrish, that is dark purple colored, Samyak or even, that is neither elevated nor depressed and should be equidistant to each other. These are the certain clinical conditions in which Agni Karma is indicated, such as lower back pain or Katishu, Achilles tendinitis, any type of idiopathic pain or pain of any unknown origin anywhere in the body or in cases of chronic or post-traumatic pain. Kadar means corn and callosity anywhere in the body. Charmkeel or warts. Hypertrophic wound scar or Vrana Granthi. Now the complications of Agni Karma and their management. we have to make a Samyak Dagd while doing the Agni Karma. Asamyak Dagd are of three varieties, that is Plusht Dagd, Durdagd and Ati Dagd. Plusht Dagd can be caused by not properly heated shalaka, for which we have to apply hot fermentation over the part and give Ushnavirya medicines. Durdagd can be caused by an unskilled physician or shaking of patients because of apprehension or fear. It could be treated accordingly. Ati Dagd is caused when more heat transferred by the shalaka for a longer duration. It should be treated by application of Madhyashthyadi lay. Daha or burning sensation while doing the Agni Karma or after it can be overcome by application of Khrit Kumari Patra Swaras. If we will not maintain a sepsis while doing the procedure, it can lead to Dushtavran or sepsis. Wound sepsis will be treated accordingly. Nutshell. Now, Agni Karma therapy is in nutshell. First, we have to cleanse the area with any antiseptic solution and also drape the unnecessary exposed part. Keep your heat source ready. Apply Samyak Dagd over the affected part. In this video, we are creating Bindu variety. Appreciate that we must apply aloe vera pulp in between the procedure to overcome the burning sensation. Burn marks should be equidistant to each other. In the end, sprinkle the affected part with Madhyasthi Churn and loose bandaging must be done for next 24 hours. Keep the affected part elevated and care must be taken that it does not come in contact with water, dust, heat, etc. After 24 hours, remove the bandage and apply coconut oil or jatyadi oil, etc. 3 to 4 times a day for next 4 to 5 days for proper healing. The video which I have just shown you is a case of plantar fasciitis treated by Agni Karma therapy. That's all for today. Take care, stay home, stay safe.